My youngest daughter is currently playing softball at Alabama State University. She's been playing since she was 6 years old. Now, in softball, you wouldn't think concussions exist. They do. I remember she slid home because she was stealing home, and my goodness, the way that catcher flung her glove around to tag my daughter almost had me coming out the stands. Luckily, it was not a concussion. It could have been, because her head bounced at that home plate. Thank God for helmets. Now, you think about softball. What about football? Rugby? Soccer? Basketball even. Concussions exist. Traumatic brain injuries exist. Those are the type of patients that I love to help, being a former athlete myself. When your brain is jiggled and thrust about in your head, it doesn't function the same way as it did before, unless you do something about it. My dad played football in college, and back then, there was no baseline for concussions. He played both sides, and he says, I can't even tell you how many times my bell was rung. Because remember, back then, it was, hey, how many fingers, smelling sauce, get back out there. And my dad will be 86 this year. And years ago, before I started working with him with the neurofeedback therapy, he would say, I have CRS. And I'm thinking, what is CRS? He said, I can't remember. I said, oh. So, of course, I put him in my program. And now, at 86, well, almost 86, he doesn't say that anymore. And I have to remind him. I said, Dad, do you remember you said you had CRS? He said, oh, yeah, I did. Not anymore. It's important to be proactive instead of reactive. There are a lot of people out there who have parents who are suffering from dementia and Alzheimer's, and they're concerned that that might be their plight. Well, you can get ahead of it. I had a young lady whose mom had frontotemporal dementia at 50. And she said, Dr. Holmes, I do not want that. I'm 29 years old. I have 2 sons. I don't want my 2 sons to have to take care of me the way that my brother and I have to take care of my mom. And so she said, I know there's only a 50% chance that I will get this. She said, but I'd rather take care of it now than wait. Because even now at work, I'm noticing that I'm missing words. I'm missing numbers. I'm forgetting easy things. My memory is just not as great as it has been. My memory just isn't as great as it was before. So after working with me, she said, oh my gosh, she says, I can remember things. I'm going back. I'm not losing time. I'm not concerned about losing my job. I've had patients who are concerned about losing their job because they are not as efficient as they used to be. It could be from a car accident. It could be from a traumatic brain injury or a concussion that wasn't addressed. It's important. Those things that happen in childhood, when you were in high school, college, fooling around, roughhousing, they matter. The brain doesn't forget. It just may take a little longer to express the damage that's been done. So once you see, the first chance you see that there's something that's not as it should be, do something about it. Call us.